causes lower back pain? Hi, Coach Jay here to answer one of your most asked questions on what causes lower back pain, and of course to give you 10 tips to put you on the road to faster recovery. But of course, before we move on, like or love it and share this video to your friends and family because they may have the same questions just like you do. Alrighty, so let's move on. Listen, lower back pain can have causes that aren't due to overlying disease. Example includes overuse such as working out or lifting too much, prolonged sitting, laying down, or sleeping in an uncomfortable position, or wearing a poorly fitted backpack. Now, lower back pain exercises can give you relief, but of course, the wrong moves can lead you to an even more agony and of course possibly send you to the ER, right? So, this 10 expert tips will put you on the road to faster recovery. Now listen, most back pain is mechanical, meaning day-to-day lifestyle stresses leads you to overload. And of course, also see a doctor if the symptoms is constant. Wakes you up at night and includes leg pain or follows an injury. Of course, for less serious back pain symptoms, the best way to keep them at bay is to stay active. Now, our natural response to pain is also, of course, to do less, right? But the opposite holds true with the back pain symptoms. That is because exercise helps muscles relax and increases the blood flow to the area. So, tip number 1, do not just lie there. It is tempting to rest until the pain subsides, right? But taking to bed for more than a day or two make your back pain symptoms worse. This is according to National Institute of Health, or NIH. Now, simple activities are best when you are starting to recover from pain, like walking is an excellent activity to start. Walk 10-15 minutes a day, twice a day, at a moderate pace. Next one is, of course, stretch out. The right stretches helps calm lower back spasms. Follow my videos for lower back exercises and I will insert the link down here. Number 3 is, of course, find out which moves make your lower back pain worse. The most common pain is the extension syndrome, which is usually causes discomfort while standing. Causes include sitting for hours without using your chair's backrest, and habitual standing with locked knees where they're straightened to the point that they're hyperextended backward, that putting pressure on the joint. Now, here's how to tell if you have an extension syndrome. Lie on your back for 30 seconds with your legs out straight. Then bend your knees so your feet are resting on the ground near your glutes or your behind and wait for 30 seconds. Now, if your back feels better with your knees bent, you probably have extension syndrome. This is what you're gonna do. While standing, keep your feet slightly bent. And when you are lying back, put your feet near your behind or glutes or on the chair or bench. Good? Now, there are also 2 other major back pain categories. These are the flexions and rotations syndrome. Flexion syndrome, which causes pain while sitting, is the opposite of extension syndrome. It often results from sitting against the back of your chair too much. This causes the spine to flex forward easily and leads to tight hamstrings and weak and lengthen the back muscle. Now, to test for it, you lie down on the back with your knees bent this time and straighten them to see if you feel relief. If you have a lower back pain that's caused by extension syndrome, now keep your knees bent and up on a bench while doing exercises that requires lying on your back, like the chest press. Or just skip the bench and lie flat on the floor with your knees bent. All right? Good. Now, the rotation syndrome occurs when the spine is more or less permanently rotated in one direction. It may hurt if you twist on one or both sides. Now, it often results from repeatedly rotating in a particular direction, such as look at the computer monitor or reach your desk drawer, or other frequently used object that keeps off of this to the side. So avoid turning too much on either direction. So be careful with sports like tennis or golf, which can further increase the imbalance. And of course, consult with a professional familiar with the biomechanics, such as a golf pro, who can suggest ways to modify your moves. And of course, try to center the spine through the core strengthening exercises. All right? Number 4 tips is do not work through the pain. If it hurts to bend backward, then don't. Okay, just avoid. Pressing into a painful position can cause further tissue damage and aggravate an existing damage. So if your workout hurts, focus on stabilization moves like planks, like do 10 to 20 seconds hold for 3 to 5 repetitions. Good? Number 5, straighten up. Slumping and slouching are often culprit in back pain symptoms, especially among overweight and obese women. The pelvis can tilt to establish additional weight on the skeletal system. This causes lower back muscle to tighten. And so if you slouch, practice a good posture. Align your spine in a few times a day by standing straight, lining up your head, shoulders, hips, knees, and feet. This helps alleviate tension when you have a lower back pain. And of course, wear a shorter heeled shoes, because wearing high heel shoes may also contribute to an unstable postural alignment. Good? Number 6, don't skip your warm-up. Don't skip your warm-up. Many back pain issues occurs when suddenly put pressure on the spine without warming up. So before attempting activities such as resistance exercises or workout in the garden, perform some simple stretches. So one good pre-activity stretches is the yoga move called the cat-cows, where you put your arms under the shoulders, knees under your hips, and then do the front and back swing on the hip. And then, of course, before any exercises, just warm up for 5 to 10 minutes with a lower level cardio routine, such as walking. This gets blood circulating and may help you avoid injuries or worsen the back issues over time. Good? Number 7, don't lift heavy objects or practice high-impact moves. Avoid pain-causing activities during or immediately after exercise. Mild muscle soreness that comes on 24 to 48 hours after a workout is normal and should go away on its own. But if you lift weights, use correct form and only weights that you can handle. Usually weight machines may be easier to control than free weights, especially if you are inexperienced or not working with personal trainers. High-impact activities like running, jumping, step aerobics, basketball, or anything that puts stress on the joints can worsen back pain symptoms. So avoid them until the pain subsides. Replace this with non-impact activities such as walking or working out in an elliptical trainers or recumbent stationary bicycle. Next one is don't lift weight overhead or on your shoulders. Shoulder presses and other overhead weight moves stresses the spine and shouldn't be done when you have a back pain. Using weights overhead adds pressure to the spinal discs. Also, avoid exercise in which the weights rest on your shoulders, such as weighted squats. Number 9, don't limit yourself to land-based exercise. Water aerobics and other pool exercises may help to get you on your feet faster. Like swimming can help you ease the pain. It is a good non-impact aerobics exercises that doesn't put pressure on your spine. And of course, number 10, don't ignore the hurt. Most back pain symptoms are self-limiting. If you don't make them worse, they'll probably heal within days or weeks. But if it doesn't go away on its own, don't ignore the pain and continue to work out, because this can cause further damage. Plus, excessive activities can just reinforce the movement pattern that helps you develop the back pain in the first place. So, take another look at the back exercise you are doing. Is it intense? Is it too intense? Could the movement be aggravating your back issues? Chronic pain should disappear once these tissues are corrected. If it doesn't, you have to see a doctor. All right? So, let's recap. Number 1, don't just lie there. Do a simple activities. Number 2, stretch out. 3, find out which move makes your lower back pain worse. Is it extension, flexion, or rotation syndrome? And of course, avoid those habits that causes them. Number 4, work through the pain. Don't work through the pain. Number 4, corrected. Pressing into a painful position can cause further tissue damage and aggravate existing damage. So don't work through the pain. All right. Number 5, straighten up. Align. Number 6, don't skip your warm-up. 7, don't lift heavy objects or practice high-impact moves that put pressure on the joints. Number 8, don't lift weights overhead or on your shoulders. Number 9, don't limit yourself on land-based exercise and do a water aerobics exercises instead. And of course, number 10, don't ignore the hurt. Go see a doctor if the chronic pain doesn't go away within 24 to 48 hours after you work out. Good? Alright, so if you like this video, don't be a silent follower. Like or love it and share it to your friends and family. And of course, if you have more questions, comments, suggestions, jokes, comment below or send me a message. I'll do my best to answer them. I love questions. And of course, if you want to know more about our program, click the link below and it will give you more information. All right? So, until next time, see ya!